Hi, Paul again, and today I'm here with Bill, who's the convener of the wine section. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Paul.
Now, just a little thing, it's not only wine, it is actually beer, spirits, no spirits, beer and ciders, isn't it?
It's red and white wine and and beer, ales and lagers, stouts, ginger beer, and we've brought in ciders the last few years. A little bit popular, but we probably haven't had a lot of entries in that area. But we've just made it an avenue in case someone would like to put a cider in. But yeah, no, that's the range.
And I gather the rules are you have to create it yourself, so that's homebrew kits that you buy or squashing your own grapes and going right through.
Yes, everything's done as an amateur way. There are a lot of wine, not necessarily a lot of beer brewers and stout brewers, and that's mainly the popular ones. Everyone grabs a kit and does their own home brew, and so it's an opportunity for them to put those into the show. And then there's a few wine makers at home, and I'd like to see a lot more of the wine makers, but yeah, it's purely a home-based or an amateur-based entry.
With microbreweries where they are at the moment, you'd think it would be a big thing at the
Well,
moment.
that's right. I think it's I'm not sure. Probably I'd love to, like this is promoting it, and hopefully we can get a lot of entries for next year in the just those who are making it from make it year in year out, just to pop some entries in. Whether it's stouts, stouts are always very popular. Beer is popular, and those who make the wines, it's an opportunity to pop them into the show and put them on display, and a huge chance of winning a prize.
Right. So how long roughly have you been convening the section?
I've been doing it for 10 years. Took over from Trevor Lange, who did it for quite a few years previous to that, and I've sort of filled in for Trevor. I said we'll fill in so hopefully we can get someone someone genuinely interested. I don't mind doing it. I enjoy. I don't do any home brewing myself, but I'd love someone to take it over who does it. But in the meantime, I'm delighted to be continuing to do it. So I've been doing it for 10 years, and the section's been going for 40 years. So it's well and truly in place in the show at the moment. It's quite I think although it's not a big section, I'd like to make it a bit more popular, and as time goes on.
Just a couple of things. With the actual entry, when you're entering, you actually have to bring your brew to the show on the Thursday before the show?
Yes, the entries close the Thursday night, about 5 o'clock before the show, and you bring in 2 bottles into the secretary's office. One bottle, I take one bottle to be judged by professionally down at the winery, and one bottle is left at the show office, and that is put on display over the show weekend. So the one that goes to the winery that is they use it for their judging. I bring the bottles back. I wash them out so the exhibitors can collect the one that's on exhibit and the empty one that's being judged. So yeah, so they bring them in Thursday night, judging Friday, and on display as the Sunday and the Monday of the show.
So judging happens by a professional winemaker.
It does. I go down there to give them the box of beer and wines, and they tell me to leave. They don't want me about.
Taste them themselves.
They have the official winemaker, then they get 3 or 4 of the associate winemakers, and they know much about the beer and stout as much as the wine. I guess the process, and they write down the comments. They have a sheet and write down any critical comments, the flaws or the pluses and the minuses, and I put those comments on display over the show weekend too. So you've got your bottles on display, and you've got the comments from the professional judges telling the pluses and minuses of that particular entry.
Which I think would help for next year, because you've got some hints on...
Exactly, yes, and it's professionally, their wording and all their aroma, the comments about this and that, and so as you say, it probably is a lead for the following year to improve or what with your actual brew.
Now, when you say 2 bottles, so say that was the 2 bottles. When they come to the secretary's office, you've only got 1 exhibit ticket. Do you get 2? So
yes.
You get 1 for each bottle.
Get 2. So when I get them all together, I can just divide them into the 2, because a lot of them are just put in a big box, and so I can immediately identify the 2 by the tickets that are put on by the office staff. So it's quite easy that way, and then I can work work from there.
I assume exhibit ticket is stuck on with just a rubber band.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I tried to I tried to use some tape to do it, because sometimes when you're putting it in a box, the rubber band can slip. But yeah, literally a rubber band. But I secure it, because once a label does fall off, it's a little bit hard. Often the bottles are similar, so you can identify it. But occasionally some people put in different types of bottle. But yeah, it's all sealed and everything's done professionally, and yeah, hopefully it's a section that we can prove. There've never been big numbers, nothing more than probably 20, 25, but I like to see those numbers increase, and I know there's a lot of home brewers around the Riverland, and it'd be great to get a few more.
Quality is always there, not quantity though.
Well, so far it is quality, but I'd like to be quality and quantity.
And you could find a lot of home brewers are shy sort of people, and they don't always want to enter. But anybody can enter the show, and you don't have to win a prize. You can just be part of it.
It's another point, Paul, is the only the ones that win first, the first, second, and third their names are popped up, put on display, and in case you think, oh gee, I'm going to enter, and it's not going to be a good feel you're not going to win, but then you've got your name, but no names are put on those who don't win prizes, so they'll just be left purely with their ticket on, so don't feel as if your name's going to be up in lights when you haven't won a prize. It's just the prize, the first, second and third prize winners, their name will be put on the bottles, and those that don't win are just kept
with an exhibit ticket on.
Yeah.
So look at that, even if you don't win, no one else will know except you.
That's right, exactly. Yeah. That's how it works.
All right, thank you very much, Bill. I think that's very
good on you, Paul. Thank you for the invitation to introduce my section to everyone.
No problem.